They are out. Now, why isn't this charging? I hate when charge it. My phone going to die. They are out now. What were the charges? So they were all released. The only charge was malicious destruction of property, but that was from 2022. So we don't know anything. It seems like they were on like a 24-hour hold. I don't know why they didn't get processed. Or yesterday. I don't know what they were arrested for, but they were all released. Spicy JK, I want to know like exactly what happened. So if you were to go to like let me find it again. If you were to go to where it had listed all three of them, who is that? So this is Angela from the Daddy's Girls cult on TikTok. That, this was, if you guys weren't on the app back in 2021, if you weren't on this side of TikTok in 2021, you probably are not familiar with Angela. Angela is from Michigan, Pontiac, Michigan. I took my daughter to the Halloween store. Side note, I scared the heck out of her in this photo. I scared the heck out of her in this photo. Anyways, so my daughter wanted to get a Wednesday costume. Anyways, let me go back. So if you weren't on the app back in 2021, you may have missed Angela and all of the you may have missed Angela and all of the nonsense. I mean, it was a lot going on back then. There was the Woundlands, there was this, there were quite a few different things happening back in. Yeah, what a time. So it was just a drama packed filled year, 2021. So when all of this happened, Angela was making content, particularly to get the attention of bigger women, which she herself at the time was a bigger woman, not at the time, but prior, and had lost a lot of weight, came onto the scene, all of this stuff. Anyways, I mean, there was a ton of women who were just sending Angela money, all kinds of money. I mean, like just money, and whatever. These women, there's so many things that you can label it as. I choose to label it as exploitation, as manipulation, under the guise of BDSM. I don't believe that this was true BDSM. I think this is just some woman who found a way to manipulate people and to get others to send them money, and that's pretty much what that was. So anyways, we found out that all three of them had gotten arrested and here in Michigan and were at the Oakland County Jail in Michigan. Yes, they have been released. We don't know the reason behind the release. We only know that Angela did post bond for a malicious destruction of property, but that, if you see in the top right corner, that was that offense that happened back in 2022. So that's what Angela does have a court date for that on, I believe it's the 16th is when they said that court date is. I believe it's the 16th. Anyway, so that's what they have. Other than that, he's a guy now, Angelo. Other than that, that's where they are. Now, I don't know why it's being alleged that Angelo, I don't know. Listen, I ain't seen nothing that said Angelo, so I ain't saying it. I'm not saying it. Because I feel like y'all just trolling. We don't know who paid the bond. We don't know. They said that they say that. I don't know. I don't didn't she get the Dahmer tattoo? Yes. Yes. So she had Angela had gotten Genty said he is okay. And so all right, we'll go with Angelo. Angelo had gotten a Jeffrey Dahmer tattoo a while back, like during the hype of if you guys recall when when the Netflix documentary and when the Netflix show came out on Dahmer, Angelo went out and got a Jeffrey Dahmer tattoo, and let me tell you, that Jeffrey Dahmer tattoo looked ridiculous, bro. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on, let me see if I can find. Let me get my laptop. I'm back, y'all. So anyways, like I was saying, Angelo got a Jeffrey Dahmer tattoo, and I'm going to see if I can find it. It looked ridiculous. But of course, that was Angelo trying to get more clout, more notoriety. People are willing to do dumb stuff. Let me see if I can find it. I think like they got that tattoo, like I think that was like on their leg or something. I was trying to see if I can find it. So anyways, they're out now. Now if they home, what they doing, I don't know. But they are out now. They were so proud of their little Dahmer tattoo. But I don't yeah, I don't see it, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah. I didn't see that. Yeah, well, so the bond was for malicious destruction of property. Let me go back. And this was set for something that happened back in October of last year. And because Angelo got arrested, they were able to do this. But I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know about that. As far as everything else, this is just pretty much where they were. Now, we don't really, what's being alleged, and this is through people sending emails or DMs, is that Angelo had gotten into an altercation with their sister's child's father, and it ended up basically, however, they ended up getting arrested. I don't know. It's kind of weird because And you guys, I don't know if someone knows the law a little bit better or can help me understand. We don't have any information. All three of them got arrested, and then they didn't get arraigned the same day for some reason. But then they were released today. It doesn't really make sense to me. No, the arrest warrant, no. I mean, they did. Angelo did have an arrest warrant. However, it doesn't make sense that all three of them were arrested. That has nothing to do with the other two. So what were the other two arrested, and why isn't there any charges? Or, at least there's nothing right now in the system. This happened in Oakland County, Michigan. So why isn't there anything else in the pending charges? I don't see anything listed. Usually, and this is just how Michigan, you can search up a court case in Michigan, and it usually will give you the information. You search these people up by their last name or something, and it will give you that information. Hold on, I see some people want to come up. Hello? Bro, what is going on? Yes, I know they got released. I know. Sometimes there's nothing. I think I saw someone say the county doesn't list the charges. Well, he's looking different without that filter. Yeah, mugshots. One thing a mugshot is damn, I cannot speak. A mugshot is going to do is humble you. You can't hear me? Yeah, one thing a mugshot is going to do, maybe court fees. No, they already had, Angelo already had a, already had a missed court date. So this was nothing new. The fact that they got picked up, but that doesn't attest to the others, the other people getting arrested. That just doesn't attest to the other people getting arrested. And maybe it's disorderly conduct charge, and why no. So this is the charge, which you guys are seeing. The charge is totally different. What they got picked up for, and what they were charged with is two different things. This misdemeanor, or this charge was from 2022. So this is not even from this year. And yeah, this is not even from this year. Who are they? Just type in Daddy's Girl. It's a lot to explain. If you just type in Daddy's Girl cult, you'll find it. Even if you were to type it on YouTube, you'll find it. It's just way too much to explain to every new person that comes in. Yeah, that's Siberian Husky. Yeah, it's just way too much to explain to every time somebody comes in. I swear to God, I just want to know. Well, just baby, just type in the search bar. You'll find it. Yeah, well, from my understanding is that they are on T now. So, but yeah, they sure do look different. I mean, they have definitely gone through a transitional period. Definitely gone through a transitional period. They have a pre-trial. Hey, what's up?
Hey, I have been waiting for this to happen to this person.
Oh, for them to get arrested?
Not even just getting arrested, but just to be exposed with the absolute abuse that they have been administering upon these people.
Well, I mean, I feel like I mean, I feel like they've like everybody pretty much like, and like you have been waiting for the exact same thing. And that's why I'm kind of interested to see like what else is happening outside of this, because I don't understand how they all three got arrested. And then, but and maybe Oakland County just has not updated, but they were released today. So I don't know. Perhaps Oakland County just hasn't updated the information and we don't know why they were released or what,
So
you
wait,
know.
so wait, is this an old picture?
This photo was taken at 12:30 yesterday morning.
And see, this is the thing. When you look at the signs of like look at the under the eye, look at the scars, look at all of that stuff. Like they went
Oh
through
yeah.
some stuff, and that's really not for me to speculate on because it's not my place.
Oakland
I'm
County,
sorry.
Michigan.
Yeah, this person has been predatory since I've watched them since they came on TikTok. This person has been absolutely predatory against
Mm.
these women.
Oh yeah. I
And
mean,
it's just,
definitely.
yeah, and I just absolutely have seen this coming for a very long time.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean, here's the thing, and that's why I think what I'm trying to figure out is what did he get arrested for? Because I find it interesting, and you have to look at the scenario that it wasn't just him. It was the other two, it was the two women that he is mostly with that got arrested
yeah,
too. So,
and they've been following him real heavy.
so
Like
it's like,
he's been,
so if you're trying to work this scenario out in your head, right? Um,
hmm
you know, the police are usually, they're not going to, usually, okay? They're not just going to take every single person in custody. If there's an
right.
altercation, they're not just going to, you know, take everybody in custody, book them and all this other stuff, right? Usually
hmm
they try to determine who's the victim and all of that, versus the aggressor, at the scene. Especially you don't want to lock everyone up at the same time. That's from my understanding. So now, from what I was messaged, and I think lady, who also who covers stories like this, she got a message that Angelo had gotten into an altercation with their sister's boyfriend, and that altercation turned physical, and they all somehow. This is what they're saying. I still find that interesting. You know, because so I mean, did all three of them jump on that? Like, I'm just trying to
I would
work.
be
Yeah,
that def
Michaela was arrested too. This is Michaela here.
Bonnie. Hmm
So I don't know. I think like, but you know, it's interesting. You know how like these people get on TikTok, right? And they, oh, look how much it is. Daddy's love. This is what they call, cause you know they call Angelo daddy.
Yeah, I
Oh,
remember
and daddy loves us. Look at all this. Look at this stuff. Oh, we're doing so great. We're so in love and blah 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 blah. Or we're daddy takes care of us. Look at you.
Daddy feeding you dog food. Daddy is Daddy.
I'm just speaking. Like, look at you, though. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
right.
one thing about life is like you can.
I don't know. Hello.
Yeah, sorry about that. One thing about life is you can post, um, you can post all this stuff about being one way, but life will humble you very, very quickly. Um,
It's
I mean,
the
it's just
trajectory. I
super
think
fun.
for me, what I'm looking at in these pictures, I was in a narcissistic relationship for years, okay? And when you are in a relationship like that where you have abuse happening, it could be mental, it could be physical, it could be financial. We know there's a myriad of things that narcissists will attack, especially when they have no self-love for themselves. Like to look at these women that are participating or interacting with this individual and look at how Bunny looks beat up. Look at how they declined visually. Like it absolutely is indicative of somebody who is draining. And I don't understand I do understand how maybe our environments or whatever the case may be has not been conducive to us being as much or as self-confidence as we, having as much self-confidence as we should have, and allowing people to come in our lives and toxify them like that. But at the same token, there has to be a point where your cognitive dissonance takes place and you wake up. And it's like, what has to happen to get you to open your eyes to see that this person is using you, abusing you, and draining you for everything you got?
Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Like literally, like just sucking the life. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Even like, and let me go to Bunny's page before all of this, like, and see how far back I can go. So you guys can see, like, Bunny, even Michaela. I mean, let me see how far back I can go.
So talented, so vibrant, and even their skin is dull. Look at the cold in your eye, baby. What? You used to wipe that out, and you fighting. And let's say allegedly, that this was a domestic dispute, between the sister and the brother, and these girls hopped in on it. Look at them. You've made.
Well, look at really quickly. Like, I want you guys to look at like Michaela. So this is Michaela now, right? Let me show you guys let me go to Michaela's page. And I'm only showing you what Michaela put. So if this is on her TikTok, that's on her. She put it up here. But this is her.
Yeah.
A big difference.
A big difference. They drain you like a battery.
Wow.
She used to be she still is a beautiful human being. And I could see, the pain in her eyes. The pain in her eyes that has allowed her to accept certain things.
When you look at even Bonnie, when you look at all of them, when they got with this person, they were absolutely vibrant and radiant. And this person absolutely drained them to the point to where their skin is dull. What? I was there. I was 126 pounds. I went from 140, happy and healthy, to 126 pounds dealing with somebody that just drained me. Like, at a certain point, I would think that your primal instincts kicked in for you to self-preserve and for you to say, hey, this ain't working for me. It might be a filter, that's cool, but she still was doing her hair. Come on. She probably did have to shave her hair for punishment. It's absolutely crazy. And I don't, anytime you hear me giggle, it's not because I think it's hilarious. It's the irony. It's the sadness in the situation that I think is crazy. Making her eat dog food? What?
Dog food?
And that was just from a few years ago. This is Bunny. Or I'm sorry, not Bunny, Michaela. Not them reporting. Can y'all get the likes up? They hating. Did you already show? No, I didn't find that tattoo. Mm-mm. Not them hating. Hey, y'all, come back up. Now, that was that. Let me show y'all Bunny so y'all can get a good... Let me see. wild. So wild. I mean, it's just sad, like, to go from that to this. It's just sad. Dude. Child. Ooh, to go from that to this. Bro, what is wrong with TikTok today? They haven't listed the charges yet. Yeah, everybody is out of jail. Shoot, I'd be sad too. I'd be sad too if I was humbled this badly. I would be very sad if I got humbled this badly. Yeah, TikTok. Mm-hmm. All right, so let me go to Bunny's page real quick, and then I'll let y'all. So y'all saw how Bunny looked. I can tell you one thing, Bunny know how to do some makeup, baby.
Yes, you do.
Bro, what is going on with my life? Somebody don't want me to be great. Angelo, this you? Somebody don't want me to be great.
They probably trying to report it.
Child. So this was Bunny. One thing I'm gonna tell you about Bunny. Bunny did know how to do some makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot they whole self for this person. Look, Bunny looked decent.
Yes, and happy. Dated y'all as soon came across the wrong person.
And that is what somebody who comes into your life to drain you will
drain you. I know what that is. I know what that looks like.
I mean, that's what giving all your money to somebody. That's what giving all your money to somebody looks like.
Yep.
Yeah, Ebony is wait, which one? The Bunny real name is Ebony.
And then
I don't even know if it's low self-esteem. Y'all have to understand. I mean, not that it's not that, but I think it's a multitude of things. Like, it's not just one thing. When somebody goes, I mean, there's something that got you there. I mean, what starts off because there are people who enter the chat just to see it. It's kind of like, look at Sean and Olivia, right?
Yeah.
Right
Perfect
now,
example.
Right now, people like with this 1% group, right? They have their little 1% group, and they ask, in order to join and to get in our video or get in our live, you have to do this, right? You have to join the 1%ers, and then boosting and all this. It never starts off like how it ends. It never starts off that way. So that's why I kind of have to say, like, it's so much more. But I'm going to rotate. So I'm going to start with Cookie. Is it Day, XL, and then Britt?
It's Day.
Day. All right. Cookie, go ahead.
Yeah, I definitely can understand what's going on here. You did a perfect example with Sean and Olivia. She's definitely has allowed this lady to just drain her dry. And it's really sad. Have we figured out the charges that she have?
No charges yet. Nothing has come out yet about any charges besides a charge that she had already had pending back in 2022.
Oh, okay.
They did arraign her on and schedule a court date for her and had $1,000 bond for. Day, what are your thoughts?
I don't really know about all this because I guess I wasn't on TikTok when all this was happening. But when I'm grasping from this, because I was watching Gentie's live too, is that Angelo was manipulating these women and taking money from them and controlling them. Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that's terrible. That is, I mean, and I heard, yeah, and then they were saying for Angelo, he was, well, allegedly, gotta say allegedly, he was allegedly charged with destruction of property and what, domestic violence?
So
Oh, trigger warning. Sorry.
the malicious destruction of property was back in 2022. So that charge was already there. And they had a warrant for that. And when they got picked up, they were able to execute that warrant and were able to put a bond on them for that. So that malicious property charge was back in 2022 and it has nothing to do with yesterday.
Oh, okay. So then what about the other two?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out. That's why we're kind of having this conversation. We don't have any other information. We don't know why they were all released. We just don't have it. So that's why we're kind of having this conversation. Some people said that they were released pending investigation, pending charges to be, I don't know. We just don't know yet.
Okay, already. I also wanted to say one more thing. So in the comments, Angelo is transitioning, so his pronouns are he and him. Just making sure. Yeah, y'all don't have to like this person. Y'all don't have to like them, but just please, like, just respect the pronouns, please. That's it. But other than that, thank you for having me up. I'm gonna drop down now.
Thanks, Dede.
Yep, no problem.
What's up, XL?
I was going to say something, but I also wanted to just mention Dede's comment before I make my comment. And I don't want this to be taken the wrong way because I'm genuinely curious. I do respect pronouns. Like, I'm very queer friendly. I'm a queer woman myself. But if a person does something so heinous, and even people who have done things worse than, this person here, despite how bad, like the worst things they've done, why is it that people are still coming to the aid saying, oh, respect their pronouns, you should respect their pronouns? And I'm not saying like I'm not going to do that, but that's just always a thought that I've had, and I've never really had somebody to explain that.
Honestly, I think it's just like, can I ask if it was someone who identified as a woman, and I mean like somebody who was biologically identified cis, would you change it up?
What do you mean?
Like, if I got arrested, would you call me out of my pronoun?
Well, if you were a cisgender woman, then that's just
it's just about identity, though.
Okay.
It's not about respect. It's just about identity. This is how this person identifies. So if that's how I identify, and what's the difference? I guess for me is why if you respect it, then it doesn't matter. If you respect it, it shouldn't be a difficult thing.
Okay. I was just asking like what cause not the perspective, but like the reasoning, because like I said, like if that's your pronouns, those are your pronouns. But I always have those like, what is it? Those like impulsive thoughts. That's like, well, what is?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, if somebody does something bad, I don't have to treat them like a human being. It's like people, how people are treated in there's a lot of people are mistreated in prison, and they've done bad things, and we know, and I mean, and if we really looked into like the prison system is not a reform system. It's not about prison is not about reform. And it's almost like you have to question is, do we know that bad things are going to happen to people in prison. They are going to be, assaulted and all this other stuff. But we ignore that because we go in our heads and we say, well, you shouldn't have gotten yourself there. Right. Mm-hmm. So I understand what you're saying. I still don't see I see it, to me, it's just saying, if this is what this person identifies as, it doesn't change. I don't know. It doesn't change anything for me. I guess that's my problem. I guess if you have to stop to think and go, I gotta respect, I have to, it just, you never respected it to begin with.
Okay, I understand. Okay, but so that aside, honestly, I knew that.
Hey, you put me up too late.
What happened?
I think you put me up too late. I was gonna explain it.
Yeah, no, I definitely, I was reading the comments. I understand it's not about the individual, it's about the community as a whole.
Yeah,
So
it's about, it's not about,
that.
no matter what this person does, and this is the basis of whether how somebody identifies should not be on whether or not they're a good person.
Yeah.
Because when you're telling the story of someone, you have to tell how you're telling their identity, right? Mm-hmm. So the just as utilizing the pronouns shouldn't be on the basis of whether or not they're a good person. You're telling a story. And if we're going to tell the story right, then we must identify them correctly. And in this instance, it just doesn't make any sense to not identify the person with how they want to be identified as. That's my only issue. I think when we take it personal and we put our personal feelings, and I'm not saying this is what any of one of you guys are doing. I'm just saying that this happens all the time. If you think back to the person who recently did the mass shooting, the person who did the mass shooting? Well, give me a second.
I'm sorry.
Who did the mass shooting and I can't remember what county that was or where that was, but it was at a private school, kids school. The person was trans, and everybody, the main topic was people saying whether or not they should identify this person as being trans and utilizing the pronouns. And it's like, why is that the conversation? The person killed children. It's okay. So that was Nashville. Okay. Why does that matter? You know what I mean? Why does it matter the conversation of whether or not what the person, just utilize the pronouns for what the person identified as? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't change the crime. So I think it's just